Hi, my name is Tammie. I work for the YMCA in Arlington, Texas, and particularly at the Cooper Street Y. And I'm here today to just invite you to come and relax with me. We call this relaxation for seniors, but really it's relaxation for all people. So before we even go into relaxation exercises, I want to let you know what some of the benefits for doing relaxation are, because we have days when we're just a little tense, we just are feeling like the world is just too much for us, and we need to take a moment, stop, and smell the roses, right? So just to let you know that relaxation is there, mostly we think of reducing stress, but did you know relaxation is a great way for physical ability to just stay in functional ways. We change when we're stressed, we change hormones, we change different chemicals within the body just from the stress of our days. And you may notice sometimes when you're stressed that your shoulders are tight, your jawline may be tight, and you may be sleeping in tense mode and finding that stress. So we want to learn how to let that go so that our lives will just be better all the way around, and that we can go on just living our lives in great ways. So before I begin, I want to give you the reasons we do some relaxation. First of all, physically, it helps us to slow our heart rate down, which is really important because then we can pump the blood better to our bodies and just not be so angst. Lower our blood pressure, of course, we know that's a good thing. Slowing the breathing rate is really important. Improves our digestion. Did you even think breathing had anything to do with digestion? When you think about breathing, bringing oxygen to the blood, and the blood goes to help digestion, it is important. It helps to maintain normal sugar levels, and that's a very important thing for people who are pre-diabetic or even diabetic or have that in their family. It's a great way an easy way to maintain and help that. It reduces muscular tension and chronic pain within our body because we relax the muscles. It helps to improve concentration and mood within our brain. It improves our sleep quality, and sleep is probably where we relax the best. We need sleep to keep our body functions in check. Lowers our fatigue, reduces anger and frustration, which I'm sure a lot of you have realized. Just take a breath when you're feeling that anger. And it also helps to boost confidence and when we have to handle problems, so that it's just an all-around great technique for just living daily life. There are several types of relaxation that we can be doing, and we'll be doing a couple today. One of them is just to come from within you. Just take that moment and think about where you're at and just stop and count. Or, count and say, let me just stop with this and not think about this, not react to this. Let me just count and breathe. So that's great. We're going to do a tension and release type exercise today, which is a progressive muscle relaxation. So that when we tense up, and the muscles relax more, helping to reduce that stress. And then there's always imagery, a visualization, just thinking about good things, a place you want to be. And I'm kind of thinking of the song that Julie Andrews did in The Sound of Music. These are a few of my favorite things, and just thinking about all the good things in our life, and it kind of brings a smile to our face and kind of releases what we don't want to be thinking about. So those are just great ways of relaxing. There are some other techniques that can be done. Deep breathing, which we will be working on. You can get a massage. You can just take time and meditate. Tai Chi is an excellent way for relaxation. Breathing with slow body movement. Yoga, as always, there is built-in meditation at the end of that usually. There's technical things such as a biofeedback. You can use music to help you relax, something that calms you, or art therapy. Also today we see a lot of aromatherapies and hydrotherapies. So those are just different aspects of how to relax. So with that and giving you that information, when and where should you relax? I would say you can do it anywhere you are. So particularly the moments where we do get stressed, and I think of being in a doctor's office before an exam, or knowing you're going perhaps to surgery, or maybe you're in a line at the store and you're standing there for a long time. A lot of us get frustrated at red lights. So why don't we just stop, take a moment, and breathe, and use maybe some of these techniques that can help us to relax. So I just say you can do it anywhere, whenever you need to. Breathe, let go, and try some of these techniques to help you. So with that, let's just get started. Normally, when I'm in a chair class, I will have everybody sit up tall and engage their bodies in an upright position. Use good posture because you breathe much better that way. And so I want to start with that because I want you to learn a breathing aspect first as we just come into good breathing, depth of breath. When you think of Lamaze classes, and this is a need to breathe, this is a good way of doing that. So first, I just want you to settle up in a not relaxed way yet, but learning how to breathe for relaxation. So set your feet firmly to the floor and align from the hips down the knees to the tibia to the second and third toes so that we have good alignment. Lift the body up and set the shoulders down and back to those little pockets behind you where you feel a little squeeze of the shoulder blades together, but we're not tight. We're just holding strong with great lift and posture with the chin tucked in. So we have our perfect posture, giving our perfect ability to breathe from the center. So we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the nose. Take that breath, it's cleansing as you breathe into the nasal passage. Inhale and push through the abs to expand that, and then exhale and feel them deflate. In your next breath, I want you to inhale, inflate the abs, but start to feel how the ribs open up wide. Exhale, the abs deflate, the ribs deflate. And then the last part is to come into those abs, feel the ribs, and lift the chest in what we call a 3-part breath. The exhale drops the abs, the ribs close, and the chest descends last. So you want to feel this breathing coming in the nasal passage, filling us up, opening us wide. And we exhale and we let go. And just feel that all descend and relax. One key to good breathing is if you want to lower your blood pressure, take more time as you exhale. Take that time and calm, because that's the calming time where you can lower that blood pressure, lower that heart rate. So just close your eyes for a moment and be aware of how that breath is moving into you. And it's not necessarily as relaxing as you want it to be because of the position you're sitting in, but I want you to find good technique in your breath before we go to release. You should feel your muscles starting to relax through your jaws, facial expression. Relaxation is starting to sweep over you, even your mind becoming calmer. Now, that breathing is going to be taken in even more relaxed. There are several ways you can relax. I'm seated on the chair, which we usually use in class. If I'm going to relax at the end of class now, I do slide to the back of the seat. I pull my shoulder blades on to the chair back and then relax the hands as I have relaxed legs. So I can just let my legs flop open. I don't want to hold on to anything. They don't have to be in set alignment now, just what feels comfortable, releasing the hips, the legs. You do know that relaxation sometimes is best for us when we're on the floor laying down. So if you want to lay down on the floor and do this, by all means you can. What I'm going to suggest, though, mainly for seniors, is that you prop your head up on a pillow or something to lift it a little, because if my head goes below my heart, that's where I can get that dizziness, and if you have any blood pressure issues, it can really not be good for you. So bring the head up a little bit with a pillow, maybe a roller, something that you have around the house, just to lift it above the heart. Unless you're sitting in a chair, just fine right there. So we can also even take and relax by placing our hands on our head and laying our head down on the table, but keep that above the heart as well. So with that, let's just go ahead, sitting back, find that breath again, but just fill up the body. You still notice the open body. I have it open as I'm laying my shoulders back. So I can lift all the way up into the chest with my breath. Exhale and relax. If I weren't doing that and I was slumping down, I'd just close my breathing space. And that's not going to help me relax. And notice that this is where digestion is not improved. So we want openness and lift. The more we practice that, the better our breathing will just become natural. Go ahead, fill up with your breath. And let it go. Still following that breathing, but with that, maybe it becomes deeper, wider, but just more letting go. Don't focus on holding on to your breath so much, but just becoming more natural and slowing. All right, so that in itself, if you close your eyes, focus on your breathing, it's just one way to relax. Now, I wouldn't suggest to close your eyes when you're in the car at a stoplight, but you can use the same breathing technique. Just nice and slow and letting go. Right. Basic breathing. I could be listening to music and focusing on some nice, beautiful music. I can be focusing on this breath that will calm me down. Or here's another place where you can start using that imagery. Pick a place that is just a good memory for you, a place that you felt relaxed. Many people like to choose on the beach and listening to the waves and feeling the sand. And maybe it's in the mountains where it just feels fresh to you and clean. You know, it might be in your grandmother's kitchen where you just remember the memories of her baking cookies and the smells and the joy that you felt. But a place that you like to be, and you come into that place, and I want you to envision a place for you, and just remember how you felt. Maybe emotions that were brought up, maybe just the warmth of the place, the air that surrounded you. Maybe there's certain smells that come to help bring that into a very relaxing place. If it's cookies in your grandma's kitchen, if it's the beach itself and the ocean smells. Start to think about some of the sounds that were so pleasant to you. Maybe it is the sound of your grandmother, maybe she's singing, and maybe on the beach it's the waves just going back and forth and kind of methodically taking you into a heart rate place that slows you down. Maybe in the mountains there can be that crisp air, just smelling clean and freshness. So whatever it is for you, just think of those smells, how that makes you feel. What are you listening to? What do you see that is really relaxing to you? So use your senses, come to a place of imagery. This helps you to relax energy. I'm going to give you about a minute to just think about that before we go to the next step. Just breathe. Slow your breath, calm your breath. Notice your body sinking, facial expression relaxes with a loose jaw, sinking eyes. melting for you. So you can take this technique anywhere you want to take it, that you have time, just work it for you. And maybe that's even something you use before you go to sleep at night. Go ahead and start to wiggle your fingers and toes, because I want you to come back with a little energy for our next relaxation technique. And this will be more a bodily function technique that's physically active to release. This is also a great way to help fall asleep if you're struggling falling asleep. Besides the imagery and the music, this is a great way to get to sleep quickly, I think. We're going to find tension in our body, find it strong, and hold it, because then we're going to let it go. When we get more tension in our muscles, we actually activate more release. We're going to utilize our breath with this as well. So I'm going to first just have you resettle yourself back here. Take your right foot out and give me a pointed toe, nice and strong, and then flex it. Actually, you can do this in shoes, you can do this barefoot, however it is. Point your toe, flex it back, point and flex. Now give it a little turn around the ankle, release those muscles in mobility, and follow the other direction. So we're going to tense that leg up by first trying to point the toe, feel the energy from the bottom to the hip. So start feeling the energy of the toes, the foot strong, come up through the ankle, through the lower leg, past the knee, start tensing up the upper leg muscles, even into the gluteals. You may be lifting that leg a little higher, and you're holding all your energy in that right leg. I want you to just hold that as long as you feel you can. Taking a deep breath. And you're gonna go and let it go and just let it pop to the floor. Since we're on the chair, we're gonna have to invite you to kind of set that foot back. If you're on the floor, you might find that leg just opening up and flopping open just wide, and that's a good thing, is letting go. We're gonna take our left leg as well, so you might not plant that right foot from the chair. Point that toe, give it a flex. Point the toe, flex. Point and flex. Go ahead, give that some rotation and follow your other direction. As the toe is pointed, start feeling the energy rise to the leg, up to the ankle, the lower leg, past the knee, to the thighs, the hammies, the glutes. Keep that tension involved in that leg as tight as you can be. As we're putting the tension in, we know we have to give a moment to relax soon. So breathe in deep, let your exhale, let it go. And now you can let that all go. Just let the legs go, however you want to sit, and relax, surrendering the legs. All right, coming into the upper body, we'll just shake hands a little bit. Go ahead and give me a good fist, and then let that relax. Make a fist, let go, make a fist, and release. Now take your fists, hold them tight, pull the energy up through the forearm, past the elbow, into the upper arm, the shoulders, and even into the back. Your whole upper body, shoulder structure to arms, is just turned on with tension. And you're just holding everything as tight as you can. Now bring your breath in full and deep. When you let it go, let those arms just settle onto the thighs, relax on the floor if you're laying down, wherever they can be upheld, but keep the shoulders back, don't let them sag forward, keep open breathing. Last bit is we're going to take it into our facial expression. So if you want to close your eyes not to look at me, but I will be your example. You're going to open your mouth wide as the jaw is firmly placed downward to that chest. Release, open wide. Relax, open with tension. Relax. Now open that mouth wide and hold the gaping mouth. You're gonna find yourself now, we have to release, so you breathe in the nose And you breathe out and relax the jawline. Now you should notice that, and it's best to close your eyes if you can do this without looking at me. Just notice how the teeth are not touching at all. The tongue is comfortable and relaxed. Might even have the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And there's no tension there. All right, we're going to take the last bit here. As we lift the eyebrows up to the forehead, the eyes can be closed. Relax. Lift the eyebrows, put tension, and let it go. Eyebrows scrunching upward, and let go. Now lift your eyebrows and hold that scrunched forehead as tight as you can, putting lots of tension into your forehead, just holding there. You still are breathing. Now I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in, exhale, and let that forehead just melt down like it's melting wax from that forehead. Keep the eyes closed, and now just notice your facial expression. It feels as if the muscles of the cheeks are just melting off the bone. The eyes sink deeply into their sockets. The forehead very relaxed. And even every hair on your head is relaxing through the scalp. Just take a moment, notice your body, keep breathing, and let go. Relax for as long as you want to. You can relax to 2 minutes, 3, up to 10 minutes, fall asleep if you need to. Just whatever feels good for you, whatever time that you're allotted in your day. Just remember though, if this was time for yourself, time to take, to be good to yourself. All right, now I'm going to have you come back, so wiggle your fingers and your toes. Of course, if you want to do that on your own, rotate ankles and wrists. By all means, you don't have to come out of it. Go ahead, slide yourself to the top of the chair, breathe up energy, give it a good lift so we stretch. We should actually feel better and maybe a relaxed energy within our body, and we can go on with our day just feeling a little clearer and better to go. So I hope this has helped you and helps you do something that's that you can do and it's safe to do, just from your own home or anywhere you're at. I'm glad you're with me today. I hope you try these techniques and I hope they work for you. Thank you.